Alright, just going to do a quick spring walkthrough of the garden. There is the Concord grape coming out. I think if we had an arbor over the entire patio it would cover it. It's very vigorous. It's kind of a mess back here, so pardon me, but there's some seedlings that are getting ready to go out when it gets a little bit warmer. Actually, it's probably warm enough now, so it's just going to be a matter of finding the time. Parsley. There's oregano. It's coming back happily. We had mentioned in another video that we never had much luck with dill, so we had 3 or 4 packs of different ones we tried, and we just threw them all out, and that's, I don't know, 3 months worth of growth. So they haven't bolted yet, but not much out of them. And there's a few more over here. We get this nice carpet of flowers, basically for nothing, for the effort of collecting the seeds and scattering them around. So anyways, it's better than fillery and bullheads, which, you know, hopefully they're blocking out some of those. We still have to do weeding. Baby pecan. There's a jewel raspberry. This will be its, we got it last spring, so it's about 1 year old, or 1 year in the ground, I should say. This is a boysenberry, which needs to be tied up or staked up, I know, but just haven't gotten to it yet. Here's the citrus. The Miwa kumquat and the Nagami both survived the winter and have put on new growth. I think our coldest night was 21 degrees by my thermometer, so not our coldest winter ever, but they made it, so 1 year under their belts. Eventually, where all these pink flowers are, we'll have, you know, perennials, you know, things that don't, I mean, we'll still have some of these, but don't want to have to, you know, grow them out every year and then pull them up and compost them. If we can get something that's a little more permanent like the rest of the garden, that'll be good. This is a nectarine, brand new, and it looks a little rough in the afternoon, but it seems like it kind of perks back up in the cool evening. So work my way through this little jungle area. These are some flowers that have grown. We, you know, occasionally buy those little $2 packets of wildflower, low water wildflower seed mixes and throw them out and see what sticks. So got a few different examples. Pomegranate's doing good. This is the Fuyu persimmon, and it's pretty young still. I think we got 2 last year, or we left 2. This is the winter garden, which we didn't end up getting started as early as we wanted and whatnot, but we've gotten some nice peas out of it, and the radishes, we've harvested all of them. There's a few carrots left, things like that. These are more seedlings for the summer. Some of them are, you know, like tomatoes and things like that, and some of them are experimental plants like Good King Henry, just trying different things out. We have this here's licorice and rhubarb from seed. One of the jujubes, it's the Lang. This thing's taken a real beating. We're trying different cherries. We've not had any luck with cherries, so we're just keeping on. This is a Rainier, which is 500 chill hours, so kind of in the ballpark of what we need. We could probably go a little lower than that, but And that is, I can't remember, Stella maybe? Sweet cherry of some kind that died back almost to the graft and then came back. So, see what it does. And this is a Montmorency, which we've never had a cherry from, and it's been here for, I think, 4 years. We had some blooms, so we'll see if they stick. Let's see what else. Oh, this is a quince. I can't remember. It's a Russian variety. It's like Arantamaya or something like that. I'm sure I've totally mangled that, but somewhere in that ballpark. And it came as basically dormant as just like a stick. So all of this has just been in the last month or so that it's been in the ground. So pretty vigorous so far. We did have a few pests. Forgetting the name right this moment, but I sprayed them off. Aphids? Sprayed them off and then came back and checked later, and the few stragglers I hand squished. And then the next day I came back and looked again, and there were a few and I got them. So it seems like, at least for the time being, they're beat back. What else? There's the chickens. Some more grapes. Kind of letting them go a little bit more free-form instead of really, cutting them in a specific fashion. Since they're dual purpose, I want to kind of create as much shade for the chickens as possible, as well as getting grapes. So I think it's getting pretty close to done with the backyard. I haven't shown the front yard much. It was a quick video where I was picking figs that was in the front yard, but there's quite a lot going on out there, as much as back here probably. This fig's waking up. That's a Violette de Bordeaux. We have a Volunteer peach, I believe, and the hops. Hops are going nicely. There's a new white mulberry. There's the one from last year, and it has a ton of fruit on it. And the chickens like to play King of the Compost Hill. And then in there, you can't see them, but there are 2 pawpaws, and I probably should have put them about 2 feet apart, but I wanted to kind of do them in the same area, so they're probably a little closer than 2 feet. But anyways, it's more of an experiment than any major plans. There's pawpaw seedlings, so they're not a named variety or anything. And there we go.